Well, after my top 5 list of Pokemon I thought should get evolutions in Pokemon X and Y, tons of people thought I should do a top 5 list of Pokemon that should get pre-evolutions in X and Y. So let's get started. Number 5. Throw and Sock. These guys are basically like the Gen 5 recreations of Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. Now, what happened to Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee? They got the pre-evolution of Tyrogue in Generation 2. So seeing something similar for Throw and Sock in Generation 6, I wouldn't really mind that. Now there's two flaws in this. One, Throw and Sock are new Pokemon, so I don't really think they need a new evolution as much as some older Pokemon. And two, I know a lot of Gen 1ers will probably come out of the shadows and be like, oh, that's so unoriginal, they should go and do something else, And obviously nobody really wants that, not even Nintendo or Game Freak. So I don't know, I'm just gonna put these guys in number 5. Number 4. Lunatone and Solrock. Like Throw and Sock, these guys need a pre-evolution that would join them together in some way, shape, or form. I mean, basically, they're twins. I mean, the twin gym leaders in Moss Deep City even use them, so why not connect them? They both have a pretty impressive space stat total of 440, which is not too bad, and might be worthy of a pre-evolution. Now, since Solrock is a sun and Lunatone is a moon, I mean, you guys could easily make like a star Pokemon that could serve as the pre-evolution. Actually, scratch that. You can clearly see here that Solrock is the Meteorite Pokemon, and Lunatone is the Meteorite Pokemon. Do any of these guys really look like meteorites? No, they look like the sun and the moon. So, why not make a Meteorite Pokemon? It makes a lot of sense, right? I mean, have a Meteorite evolve into one of its Meteorite parents. Number 3. Tarosan and Miltank. In the last episode, I said that Tauros should get an evolution, and I realized soon afterward that Miltank will probably need one as well, and a lot of you guys caught me on that. A lot of you guys also said that Tauros and Miltank should also have a pre-evolution. Just like the previous two pairs of Pokemon on this list, these guys also need a pre-evolution that will somehow join them together. Now, all Miltanks are female, and all Tauroses are male. So there is your automatic evolution method right there. I mean, come on, Game Freak, you don't even have to think that hard for this one. Now, if these guys do get evolutions as well as a pre-evolution, it wouldn't be the first time it happened. I mean, Roselia was a standalone Pokemon in Generation 3, but in Generation 4, Badoo and Roserade came along and changed all that. So if Miltank and Tauros get evolutions and a pre-evolution, it would actually be quite cool. And as I mentioned in the last video, Tauros and Miltank have already been confirmed to appear in the Kalos region in hordes. Now, for a Pokemon to get an evolution or pre-evolution, that Pokemon pretty much has to appear in that region. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Well, Zubat appears in all the regions, so why doesn't Zubat have another evolution or pre-evolution? Well, this doesn't really confirm anything. It's just a chance booster. That's all I'm saying. Number 2. Tropius. Now, one of the main points of baby Pokemon is to pretty much make old Pokemon that were previously rare more easy to get by evolving them from new Pokemon. Now let's take a look at Tropius' game locations. Pretty much, if you just look at all the main series stuff, it can only be found on Route 119, the Great Marsh, Route 14 in Unova, and Route 18 in Unova. That's pretty dang rare, especially if you consider that Tropius has been around for 3 generations now. Now let's take a look at some pre-evolution ideas. I mean, you guys can pretty much imagine your own ideas for this guy. I mean, just imagine like a Tropius without any of its fruit or wings yet. Another one of the main things that baby Pokemon fix is a huge Pokemon that hatches from an egg. I mean, look at this. Tropius, 6 feet or 2 meters long. It is 220 pounds or 100 kilograms. That is huge. I mean, take a look at some of these older Pokemon that got pre-evolutions. Yeah, they're all pretty big. And it's pretty hard to believe that any of these Pokemon would hatch from a tiny little egg. So pre-evolution for Tropius would fix that problem right away. Number 1. Lapras. Most of you guys probably saw this coming. A Lapras pre-evolution has been talked about forever. Just like Tropius, he has a similar size problem. Look at this. He is 2 feet longer than Tropius, and he is more than double Tropius' weight. Imagine trying to scramble that egg for breakfast. It wouldn't go too well. Lapras needs a pre-evolution to fix this problem. Plus, look at these base stats. 535. That is pretty dang good for a Pokemon that doesn't evolve. It's pretty overpowered for a younger Pokemon or one that just hatched from an egg. And finally, like Tropius, this guy is incredibly rare. Despite the fact that Lapras has existed 2 generations longer than Tropius, he has withstood the test of time, and he remains one of the most rare Pokemon to date. Again, baby Pokemon fix the size problem, they fix the stat problem, and they fix the rarity problem. And Lapras has all 3 of those problems. It's basically an even bigger case of Tropius. And that is why I think Lapras is the #1 Pokemon that needs a pre-evolution. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And if you guys have a Pokemon that you think should get a pre-evolution, feel free to let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time.